What issues has your family encountered in the area of guardianship as your student has attended a post-secondary education program? And if you could describe who or what helped you with guardianship issues when your son was in a post-secondary education program.
Well, it's kind of interesting because we ended up getting guardian advocate. We checked into the different ones. We wanted to have the least restrictive one. So we ended up doing the guardian advocate, and I went for that and did all the training and set it up. The issue that we kind of found, and I think a lot of parents found this at college, is your child is an adult and you get no information. And, I thought my guardian advocate position would help me get more information, but it really wasn't anything that did anything. So,
well, and with Justin, we had the extra issue of the fact that he's got significant medical issues as well. And even with that, we thought we set things up pretty well. We went to the local fire department, which is right adjacent to the UCF campus. I think it actually technically might be on campus, and met with the police and first responders and everything. And lo and behold, one of the first nights that he was there, because they're literally card carrying members of the student body, and can be at any comedy show or concert or game or whatever is going on at any given time. And Justin took full advantage of that. But we couldn't get a hold of him, and then he was locked out of his room for some reason, which was another interesting story. But and then we couldn't communicate with him.
Nobody will give you any information.
No one would give us any information. We were concerned that he was perhaps stuck outside or whatever. As time went on, we became a little less, I guess the name was helicopter parents, where you're sitting there concerned the whole time and sort of hovering around. But, the fact is that you do have to learn to trust and let go to a certain extent, as part of the, as you're saying, that whole guardianship side of things, because the communication is not, it's not as robust as you would think.
Yes, it's very hard to get information, even if he's involved in something that happens up there. So that was a very frustrating piece for us, especially because we were really far away. Mm-hmm. But, in a lot of ways, it's part of the parent growth too, because you had to let go and let your child go to college. And, he grew in independence, and we kind of grew in independence away from him, and not, being there for every single decision that happened.
Sure. Do you have any advice for parents in the area of guardianship?
So I checked into all the options, and, we went for guardian advocate, which I actually learned about at the Family Cafe. There was a speaker who said that you could do it as a parent, and you didn't have to go through all the legal expense, because it is very expensive to set up a guardian. Or so I did that, which was challenging because most people don't want you to do it. They want a lawyer involved. But there was a course that you took, and you got certified in the course, and then you had to set up a plan and do that, and you could do that all on your own. And as I said, it was very informational that we got from Family Cafe. But in other research, but you have to keep continuing to get them to all these doctors and file all these reports. And in doing a little bit more research, we kind of have opted for just getting the power of attorney for health and different things, instead of the full guardian advocate. But, Justin is also very high functioning, and it's probably different for parents that maybe have other things.
So, yeah, the resources of places like the Family Cafe are very helpful. They tend to find very experienced and helpful people that are willing to give information. The person that Lori's talking about actually is an attorney that has a child with with special needs of some sort, and So he had gone through, the entire thing, and he didn't have any one way to, everyone has individual needs and situations. So, I think one of the most important things is to, make sure that it's something that fits for you, but know that there are resources out there. And one of the things that we did find is that the requirements for advocacy are basically at a town level. I think, I don't even think they're, or a city level. They're not even at a county level. But so you have to be aware of that. We happened to move near the tail end because Justin didn't want to go back to Vero Beach. He decided he wanted to work in the Orlando area because that's obviously
his dream job was working at Disney.
And so we moved, and we basically had to let some of the advocacy or the guardianship lapse. So some of it.
Yeah, it doesn't follow you to county, from
it,
county to county, which
yeah.
I found was kind of interesting.
So there's like pretty much everything. If you have any sort of medical or insurance or any of those kind of things, it's they're time drains, and advocacy is one of those. You have to stay on top of it, and there are a lot of rules and regulations that you have to follow.